Coming up on Kochie's Business Builders, a heartfelt makeover for a kids' play therapy centre thanks to IKEA for Business. Customer growth secrets from the founder of natural skincare brand AromaBaby. A four-wheel drive business gets an energy boost from AGL, plus AI tips for marketing and more. G'day and welcome to a brand new series of Kochie's Business Builders, the show that's all about helping Aussie small businesses shine. Today we're starting with a truly feel-good story. We're heading to Little Lights Play Therapy, a place that supports kids and families through play-based counselling.
I'm Beck from Little Lights Play Therapy. We are focused on empowering children through play and connection. I'm a qualified social worker and a registered play therapist, and I'm about to open my own practice here in Sydney. My journey into play therapy began when I met some children who had been trafficked across Southeast Asia. I noticed that play really transcended language and that it was really pivotal in their healing journey. What I love most about the work that I do is spending time with really inspiring children and young people and getting to watch the little daily growths towards confidence and change in their lives. Come check out my space. Getting the keys was a bit of a mix between excitement and absolute terror. I was very excited because it was quite a blank canvas and I could see that there was a lot of potential, but we had a big daunting job ahead of us. This area is the foyer and waiting room. My hope is to have some really comfortable seating here where the children can sort of sit and wait, maybe grab a book or something to read, and something like a table or a bench. Overall, I'm just hoping that this space can be really warm and inviting, as well as functional for parents and guardians while they're waiting for their child to come out of their session. This is the play therapy room, and this is where all of the magic happens. So as you can see, we already have a few toys waiting for some furniture to be able to put them on. My hope for it is that there's a lot of natural colours that aren't too overstimulating, but creates quite a secure and safe environment. My hope is to have a few different stations of play, construction and therapy play areas where the children can really get into self-expression and creativity and working towards healing through play. This is the therapy room for adolescent counselling, as well as carer meetings and a little bit of an office space with perhaps a desk for me to work at. It would be great to have a couch, maybe a few chairs, but also some rugs and a few real-life plants to make it more homey and more green. Also hoping perhaps a room divider. While it's really important that we actually do have some curtains up to maintain a bit of confidentiality, these ones are a little bit drab. Perhaps they need a bit of a zhuzh up. I was really excited to get stuck into giving this space a makeover. So I met with an IKEA interior designer and it was such a great experience.
This is the mood board that we've done for your new business.
Yes.
Working with the beautiful muted green in the fabric, really inviting for families.
It was very collaborative and informative and actually a lot of fun.
This is the one that we have selected for you.
Oh, that looks comfy. I like that it has a bit of a rock to it. The space had quite a few unusual nooks and crannies that IKEA was able to work with us to find was a solution for everything.
Drawers for storage.
And it feels nice as well, I like it. There was a real moment of tangible relief as well as a wow, maybe we can really do this.
After the break, we chat with Catherine Cervasio, founder of AromaBaby, about how she's grown her brand and kept customers coming back for more. You won't want to miss her growth hacks for every small business. Welcome back to Kochie's Business Builders. We're joined by Catherine Cervasio, founder of AromaBaby, a pioneering brand in natural baby skincare. Would you believe Catherine started AromaBaby 30 years ago and has built it into a globally recognised business. She knows a thing or two about growth strategies and customer acquisition, so she's here to share some gold with us today. Catherine, great to have you. Good to see you.
Lovely to be back.
Let's rewind 30 years when you started AromaBaby. How did you gather customers back in those early days, and do some strategies from then still work?
Well, obviously we had no Instagram, no TikTok, we had no e-commerce.
Oh, we had no life.
We had no life. It was very different. So it was very old school. A lot of knocking on doors, a lot of explaining, educating, that kind of thing. It's good because as the founder, you got to speak to the decision makers. So we built a lot of really good, solid relationships. And I think that is still important today. Even though we have other means of doing business, I think that face-to-face and that relationship building is still critical.
So everyone talks about digital marketing, and that's great, but you still got to have face-to-face with customers, with stockers. It's all about relationships, isn't it?
Totally, because if you don't have a good relationship, the next good thing's going to come along, and if it's better margin or it's a lower retail price or it's fancier looking packaging or whatever the story is that they tell, you'll be out just as quick as you were in.
So how do you stand out in a crowded market? Because digital marketing means so many competitors have easy access to your customers and that sector you're after. How do you build a point of difference?
It's really interesting because actually your retail partners can cannibalise your own keywords. So instead of customers coming to your website, they're going to your retail websites. So you've got to really be clear, I guess, about building your brand if those retail partners are actually going to help build your brand for you. And we would prefer to be manufacturers, exporters, wholesalers. So I'm happy with the likes of, the big retailers marketing our product. If it's a small business that actually wants to get that customer traffic directly to their own website, they've got to make sure that they are on the ball with their analytics, with their Google AdWords, with their keywords. They've got to be spending in marketing, online marketing. And sometimes you find these amazing brands that just sort of, they are literally overnight successes. Within a couple of short years, they're hundreds of millions of dollars turnover. They've had huge investment into social media marketing. So if you don't have that kind of budget, and we're in a landscape where you're not advertising on television and radio, you've got to really find some ways to do it on a budget. You've got to.
What strategies have you found best in terms of building online customers and new customers online?
For us, it's steering away from that constant being on sale mentality. We might do a 10% discount one month and do nothing for the next 2 months. Then the next quarter, we might do a gift with purchase, an added value. It's about trying to broaden what they're buying with the same customers that you have.
Specific digital marketing tactics that have been the most successful for you. What have you learnt from digital marketing that has surprised you?
It's important as a founder to put yourself out there. So I think that whole putting a face to the business, making it real, building a connection, which is what we do with our wholesale partners, that is very, very important.
Yep.
And if they see the founder there, or the brand owner, the inventor, whatever it might be, as a voice of education and expertise, lot of experience, then that makes a difference.
I'll never forget Jerry Harvey when he first started Harvey Norman. He used to do those crazy ads and looked a bit silly, frankly. And I said to him, mate, why do you do your own ads? Some people say you look a bit silly. And he goes, it builds a connection with the customer.
Yes, and I think, when you have built a business based on passion, it comes through.
All right, give us 3 tips, 3 practical tips for small business owners that want to grow their business.
Well, I think you need to understand how you want to grow. And by that I mean, do you want to, or can you extend your product selection, so whether it's food or personal care, or do you want to grow geographically, including export? And if you do, you need to make sure that you've got all your ducks in a row, so all of the IP is protected. Also, I would say, look at the collaborations. It's a low-cost way of growth, but make sure you've got some added value to bring to the table.
Right.
learn about TikTok, learn about AI, keep doing courses. I mean, I'm a big believer in continuing to educate yourself all the time.
Who was the biggest influence on you in that case, in terms of building AromaBaby?
Adore Beauty, Aesop, there's some amazing Australian brands that have done, amazingly in this space. Anita Roddick, The Body Shop, prior to that.
Yeah.
But I think, because they were, I guess they had more funding, so they built their businesses over a long period of time and really invested in the business. We did everything on a shoestring. I was, raising children between the business, etc. So I chose a different path, but it didn't stop me noticing and being inspired, totally inspired, and I still am.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Catherine, some great advice there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
so much. Want to grow your customer base without the guesswork? Keen to pick the brains of our top customer growth experts? Join the Business Builders Community Members Hub. You'll get access to the full video series, plus a treasure trove of tools and resources to help your business go gangbusters. And the best bit? It won't cost you a cent. Joining's free. Still to come, meet the driving force behind a four-wheel drive training company that's been around for more than 35 years. And PR queen Samantha Dybac gives us the lowdown on using AI to supercharge your marketing strategy.
I love getting postcards from my customers and little emails and notes saying, "Oh, I got here, I never thought I would get here, and I actually took my car here." Hi, I'm Nairi Butterfield, founder of P&L Four-Wheel Driving, who teach four-wheel drive skills to people all over Victoria. The bit I love about teaching four-wheel driving is actually seeing the confidence that people get at the end of the course. They're terrified to actually look at a hill or get in the car and do with the car. But at the end of the 2 days, they know what they're doing, they've got confidence in what they're doing, they've got a grin from ear to ear, and they really don't want to go home. So it's a lot of fun. The passion comes from outdoor camping when I was at Brownie and Girl Guide. Got to 18, grabbed a car, could go further afield in my car, took my little car places you shouldn't take a two-wheel drive. So we ended up buying a four-wheel drive and going lots of wonderful places. My customers are very varied. They come from areas like the railway, geologists, museums that go and collect whales on the beach. We get a really wide variety of people. It's important that people learn how to use a four-wheel drive safely. They are very different than a two-wheel drive car, and it's not something you can just get in and do. It can be very dangerous. You can end up in places you don't expect to be, and you need to know what gear your car needs to be in, whether to lower your tyre pressures, what sort of speed you should do it. You should drive through the bush slowly. Yes, you do need to get to your campsite, but don't rush it. Enjoy the vegetation, enjoy the flora and the fauna that you see along the way. If you take your time, it goes really wonderfully, and you can see all sorts of different things that you don't expect to see. Energy in the company is really important because our courses are 20 hours of theory and practice. It goes day and night. So energy use and power washers, and we have radios that we use all the time. And one of the chainsaws we've got is a battery operated one. We charge both the batteries for the chainsaws and all the radios here during the day when we're in the office, so we can store them and just change them over quickly when we're out bush. AGL is my power supplier. I am actually looking at a battery pack so that I can store energy. That'd be fantastic. One of the things I am looking forward to with all this electric car and stuff is to see where four-wheel drive goes and be able to use the bush in a sustainable way. It's really important to look after the bush when you're there, so the next generation can go out and enjoy it like I've enjoyed it.
Hi, I'm Samantha Dybac, CEO and founder at the PR Hub. And today I want to dive into a hot topic, why letting AI write your press releases might actually be hurting your brand. I've put together a few of my tips on PR and AI to help guide you on your journey. First tip, use AI as your creative partner, not your pilot. AI is an incredible tool, but it is just that, a tool. As Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn, says, treat AI like a co-pilot. It can help you with support and speed, but ultimately you are the driver. Next tip, authenticity is non-negotiable. PR is all about trust. Audiences and journalists are sharp. They know when something isn't real. Use AI to draft your ideas, create structures, but ultimately make sure you've got your personality in there, your language, your tone of voice. Next tip, don't sacrifice clarity for speed. It can be so tempting to use AI to fast track everything, but speed means nothing if your message is not clear. Think about your press release in the context of the pub test. Would the average person pick it up and read it and get it, appreciate it, be interested? If not, it's time to simplify, because those are the releases that will get traction. And to wrap it up, AI is a great tool, but it must be guided by you. Your strategic thinking, your experience, your powerful voice. So use it, but don't hide behind it. Your story deserves more than automation.
After the break, we're heading back to Little Lights Play Therapy to reveal their brand new look thanks to IKEA for Business. They've turned a blank canvas into a beautiful space that will help kids thrive. Tackling the maze of small business regulations can feel like running a marathon with hurdles. Is it any wonder business owners are feeling overwhelmed? From tax obligations to compliance standards, small businesses are spending an average of 11 hours a week just on compliance tasks. And with new rules coming, like mandatory climate disclosures and cyber regulations, it's only going to get more complex. But don't throw in the towel. Digital tools, expert help, and staying informed can keep you ahead of the game. Here are 3 ways to cut through the compliance clutter. Firstly, use digital compliance tools like Vanta to stay on track. Secondly, get help from a registered BAS or tax agent. And finally, stay updated on regulatory changes with the help of industry organisations like COSBOA. Remember, forewarned is forearmed, so subscribe to industry organisations to keep your knowledge up to date.
Welcome back. It's been a few weeks, we're all settled in and I'm really excited to show you the space. This is the new and improved space. What I love about this foyer is it's quite natural and cosy. The greens bring in a really natural vibe. Over here we've got a few little seats where the kids can grab a book and come sit down while they're waiting for their session to start. This is the playroom and it's where all the magic happens. There's many things that I love about this room. I love that they've brought the paint down lower so that it's at a child's level. We've got lots of storage. There's so many different stations where children can choose how they want to express themselves. We've got lots of options for construction, lots of options for arts and craft. What I really loved was seeing how the designers focused on the playroom from a child's perspective. They brought everything down to the child's level to make it quite functional for them, but also to make it feel cosy and warm for them as well. This is the therapy space and office. We've got a couch, we've got quite a lot of storage. And if you remember, we also had some very ugly curtains before, and now we've got some nice curtains hanging. And hidden behind over there is the office, while here we can have the therapy sessions and the meetings with parents and guardians. Without a doubt, I would recommend that other businesses work with IKEA. With our new space, we're excited to help more kids let their little light shine. Now, we're better equipped to support even more children and families. I hope they come into this space and they feel welcome and they feel comfortable and they feel inspired. I think that the future for Little Lights Play Therapy is looking really bright now.
Oh, what a brilliant transformation for Little Lights. Big thanks to IKEA for helping that inspiring business keep shining bright. Well, that's it from us for this episode of Kochie's Business Builders. If you're chasing more business tips, practical tools, or a bit of inspiration to get you fired up, don't forget to check out our website at businessbuilders.com.au or follow us at Kochie's Biz on Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, or whatever social you're scrolling through these days. See you next time. Next week on Kochie's Business Builders, we drop in on Australia's favourite family business winner, personalised favours, to see how they're gifting their way to greatness. Young Henry's co-founder, Richard Adamson, serves up fresh insights on growing your customer base with a side of hops and hustle. And we head to Delicious Pickles, a Melbourne success story that's gone from farmers markets to a factory full of crunch.